Do you need another chair?
Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Mother's Day service. And also to all the mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and mother figures out there, happy Mother's Day. And thank you for all you have done for us. Please join me in 1 minute of silent meditation. Thank you. We will now have sutra chanting, Shoshinge, which is on page 20 in your red service book. Will you please gasho prior to chanting?
Yo, 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 yo,
일려저도 가스길 만센지니 행공슈 행만토크도 간센쇼 상글산신개롱고 소마호메도기 이쇼조아지그제 지안묘 가이쇼묘가 렌노 독규묘 불쇼이 오아이조 상교야야들 오묘묘도 개인의 가이오나가이치가이 여자소주 공것이 여기 지낸소모 여의다이도 면상이 서두쇼 모쇼 시조라 엔신고다이지라이도 엔기양교 다이사이 센소시시 한센지 오케리노 소근유 거리지라니 리쇼근 야야근사이기 세슈츠 온노쇼겐 스이르겐 나이기르겐 조쇼가 온지겐 금여득교 엔민젠마그범근이 싱실교쇼고엔슈 생자구홍양그아그세 옛날쇼지인den에 옛지기조리쇼시 서른율자그조그리야그리시승리로길 유교다이시시도 조사이유의 모두도그아그 요서그지슈로신 유리가신시
Thanks for your participation. If you're able, please stand for Vandana Tisarana, which is on page 17 of your red service book, and then Three Treasures on page 18. This will be led by Reverend Steve.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa buddham saranam gacchami dhammam saranam gacchami sangham saranam gacchami. Difficult is it to receive life in human form? Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Buddha Dharma? Now we hear it. If we do not receive awakening in the present life, then in what life can we hope to receive it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we, together as one, begin on the great path of enlightenment, holding in our hearts the supreme aspiration. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we, together as one, enter the storehouse of the Dharma and attain true wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we, together as one, uniting in harmony, strive to live for the enlightenment of all beings. The incomparable, deep, and profound Dharma is difficult to encounter even through countless ages of kalpas. Now we are privileged to hear and receive it. Let us endeavor to thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Buddha Dharma. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Okay, you may be seated.
We will now have a guest speaker, Dr. Hiroka Inoue. Hiroka-san was born in Toyota, Nagoya, and grew up in Miyazaki, her father's hometown. She graduated with a law degree from Okayama University, but after a traffic accident, she decided to become a doctor. She graduated from Shinshu University and worked in Kyoto and Niigata. Due to an interest in Chinese herbal medicine, she moved to Kyoto to specialize in this study. She came to Hawaii with her husband, Bishop Takami, and son Ryo this last fall. Hiroka-san.
Hiroka-san, good.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for introducing me. Happy Mother's Day. Today, on Mother's Day, I would like to speak about my mother and gratitude. My mother, Mitsuko Wakimoto, lives in Takanabe, Miyazaki, my hometown. Her Original as the next town. She lived in the next town as her hometown. She still drive by herself and woke up early in the morning and enjoying the gardening. Yeah, she enjoy meeting friends and visit her older sister living next town. She's very active and healthy. I'm very grateful that my mom is still healthy and active. Maybe she's more active than me. Today, I'd like to share 5 things I admire my mother. First, my mom always put her children first. She raised 3 children. I have 2 brothers, elder brother, 2 brothers. Now I am a mother of 1 boy. I realize how difficult that must have been. We are very different in personality, but she cared for each of us in own way. When I was little, my father started a butcher shop, and for a while, the business went well. After my father ran the butcher shop in a supermarket. That time, supermarket, so we have a lot of customers. And my father, the policy is sell the good meat, everything good. But that time was good. But after the supermarket changed the policy, my father and the owner some different way. So my father out from the supermarket. The business was little not well. After that, my father have to work from other town. So my mother have to find a job. She chose work at pachinko parlor. That time I was wondering why, but after that I learned her reason. In a local rural town, there are few jobs. She attended school, flexible work at the time in a rural town. She want to attend the school event and have a, time with us. So that's why she chose the patching parlor. My mother was probably unusual, serious, responsible employee for a patching parlor. He always brought a homemade lunch, never arrived late, and carefully did everything he was asked to do. She would even lecture young co-workers who live on the junk food, telling them they needed to eat proper meal. She was was very kind to customer. Many people liked her. I think also she rounded a great deal about human nature there, but quietly observed all kind of people and situation. Second, my mother taught me the warmth of family and community. She grew up in a farming village, Kawaminami, next to Takanabe, in Miyazaki, after the war. She was born in 1946. She understood the hardship of rural life. Her father was a cook and was respected in the local community. Their family was warm and relatives often gathered together. I loved those family meetings when I was a child. My mom is very witty and fun, and many more my relatives are the same way. In fact, everyone in my mom family is blood type B, everyone B. So family gatherings were always lively, loud, and full of laughter. One story, so my mom's farming, dad was a cook. My grandfather was worked at hospital as a cook. That's why my grandfather never go to war. But my grandfather suffered stroke when my mother was high school. She take care her father 5 years after that. So my grandfather passed away. I One story I especially loved is about the bee maker. So when my mother was child, my mom told to me the story. So bee maker who came every year to collect honey from clover field. My mom's family hosted them for about a month, and in return, they received a large can of honey. My grandfather also made a traditional Japanese sweets like mochi and zenzai, and all ingredients were grown by themselves. So she shared them with people in the local community. I never met him, but I heard he was very kind man. My mother had a great humor. She used to laugh and say her father was completely bald, and that it was a little embarrassing for her because he was always the fastest runner at sports day. Sure, my mother was strong during the hardest moment in my life. When I was 90 years old, I was in serious traffic accident and stayed in the hospital for 3 months. I survived, but I lost my eye. My mother drives 40 minutes every day to visit me in the hospital. At the time, I could not even take a shower by myself. She washed my feet and helped me with things the nurse could not always do. For about a month, no one told me that my eye could not be saved. The doctor found it's difficult to tell a 90 years old girl such painful news. Finally, my mother quietly told me the truth. Until then, she never cried in front of me. But after telling me, she would sometimes look at me and cry. I think she was the strongest person in the hospital room. Even during the difficult time, she makes jokes with other parents and rehabilitation staff, and everyone loved her. The experience was also beginning of my connection to the medical world. Fourth, My mother lives the way she believes. She often said, I don't want to depend on my children, so I want to stay healthy. So she tried to stay healthy. She does not drink alcohol. She's sensitive to it. She grows most of own vegetable. She goes to bed around 9 o'clock and wake up little after 4 in the morning every day. She spent hours gardening and pulling weeds. She still drive and visit friends. I admire her discipline, independence, and energy. Finally, our mothers connect us, not only my mother, but all of us here because of our mother, or because someone cared for us like a mother. Every family story is different, and every mother is different. But somehow, when we talk about our mother or people who raised us, we feel warmth in our hearts. So during the refreshment today, I hope we can share story about our mothers and grandmothers or people we cared for us. I think this is one of the beautiful meaning of Mother's Day. Thank you very much for listening. Can I speak in English? Japanese? 少し日本語で、今日日本の方に、今日はマザーズデーのスピーチを頼まれて喋ったんですけど、で私の母は今宮崎で一人で生活してて、本当に自立していて、1946年生まれで、とっても面白くて、彼女の家族は全部 B 型で、本当に B 型の家族で集まると楽しくて、まだ私が、一番大変な時期、彼女本当にどんな大変な時期でもジョークを言って明るく振る舞えるんです。6人兄弟の一番末っ子で、小さい時はいつ死ぬかって言われてたみたいだけど、お母さんが一番元気だわって言って一番元気に過ごした。私は19歳の時に交通事故に遭って一番大変な時期に母は毎日病院に来てくれて、やっぱり私が医者になってから彼女に学ぶのは寄り添うっていうことが一番大事なんだなと思って、毎日来てくれたことと、やっぱり誰も言えなかった目がなくなったんだよっていうのを母が言ったんですね。それを言えた母は本当に強いと思って、で、私を見ては泣く母を見て、これをいい機会にしなければならないと思って、うまく医学部に入学できて医者になれたけど、それは本当にラッキーなことだったけど、母の姿を見てたので、頑張れたかなと思います。そして今本当に元気で一人で頑張ってくれているので、こうしてハワイに来られて皆さんとご一緒できること、母のおかげだなと思って感謝しております。ありがとうございました。
Hiroka-san, thank you for sharing your memories, your life with your mom. I hope I get to meet her one day. We have a few announcements. May 12th, Tuesday, 3 p.m., ukulele band practice in person and Zoom. On the 17th, Sunday, 10 a.m., is Tanjoe and Shinran birthday service. This will be in person and YouTube. On the 19th, Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. is Lunch Bunch, which will be at Midtown Eats Food Hall. You can meet at the temple here if you'd like to carpool. On the 23rd, Saturday, 10 a.m., Shoshinge for Beginners study class This will be in English, facilitated by Rinban Inoue in our conference room via Zoom. On the 24th, Sunday, 10 a.m., All Wars Memorial Service, in person and YouTube, will be remembering all victims of all wars. The Dharma message will be by Reverend Steve Toyoshima. If you're able, please rise for Ondok Sang. This will be on page 112 in your red service book. Please be seated.
For next week's service, we're going to have the Tanjoe service for Shinran Shonin, but we're also going to have, if you have a 1-year-old that you'd like to bring for a Hatsumairi, please let us know. We're going to have some Hatsumairi first visit to the temple for some very young folks.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming today. This concludes our service. Please join us across the parking lot at Otani Center for our Mother's Day lunch, which was prepared by the men of the temple. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. Hope to see you all next week.